Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Video today is going to be another Sunday box review. This will be the last one actually for a couple weeks. Next weekend we'll be on our way back from South Carolina at the Hope It Don't Snow show down in Spartanburg, South Carolina. I will pull the flyer up here in just a second and show you to remind everybody about that show. But and then the following weekend I'm going to actually be doing the 24-hour build. And I've been doing that one. This is actually the 20th year for it, and this will actually be my 15th or 16th year, sort of lost track. I didn't get to start doing that one for 3 or 4 years after it'd been going, and then somebody told me about it, and since then I've been doing it. So anyway, I'm going to be doing that one next year. Well, in 2 weeks actually. I'll be doing it this year. So anyway, so for the next 2 weeks there won't be a Sunday box review, but then we'll get back to it. I guess it'd be the February 1st, I guess it is. But anyway, we're going to take a look at the Land Rover Series 3 109 by Rover. And this kit right here is actually the one I'm going to do for my 24-hour build. I'll put it up right here. And like I said, we're getting ready to take a look at it. We'll do the in-box review of it. And as I said, this is the one I'm going to be doing for my 24-hour build this year. So anyway, let's turn the camera around and let's see what's in the box. Alright everybody, so again, welcome back to the channel, and we're going to take a quick look at this Rover Land Rover Series 3 109. And before I get into it, I was going to mention to you again, I put this up a couple weeks ago, but I'm going to mention it again. Next weekend, January 17th, the South Carolina Modelers Association is going to be doing their annual Hope It Don't Snow show. And they call it the Winter NNL. And there's a new venue this year. It's the NARA Event Hall, NARA Hall, Event Hall. I guess that's how they pronounce it. And it's actually in Welford, South Carolina. But as I said a couple weeks ago when I was talking about this, it's not that far from Spartanburg. It's just right outside. And in fact, we're staying at the same hotel when we go down Friday that we've been staying for the show. So anyway, it's a larger showroom, bright lighting, and front door parking. Top 10 awards for non-automotive, and then top 10 for automotive. Best in-show award, theme award this year, of course, is long roofs and pickups. The stock car challenge this year is the Darrell Waltrip, anything with Darrell Waltrip. So anyway, showtime is 9 to 4 p.m. Registration open till 12 noon. This is always a good show. Make sure you go down there if you're close to it, or even if you just need to make a trip down. Like I said, super good show. Looking forward to it being down there next weekend. And we'll have coverage of it. As long as it don't snow before we go. I know this morning on the weather they were hinting around about some snow next weekend, so just got to wait and see. But as long as we're down there, we'll have some coverage of it and be on my channel. Alright, so let's take a quick look at this Land Rover here. Like I said, this is the one we're going to do. It's Rover. And this one right here, let's see here if I can find when this one was put out. Don't see it. Usually they put it on one of these ends right here. Okay, so I guess they don't have the, oh, I'm sorry, right here, 2019, over here to the left. Usually it's up here in this corner. I should have looked that up before I started showing it. But anyway, like I said, this is going to be my entry for the 24-hour build coming up week after next. I'll have some information on that. I'll put the thing up in the description and so forth. But this one right here is length will be 7.64 inches. Number of parts 184. Molded in white. Gives, of course, like Rover, they give the information on the model and what it's actually depicted after. Multi-part 6-cylinder engine. Right or left-hand drive versions can be built. And then, of course, Rover always lists the colors you need, or they say that you need to build this kit. So anyway, should be a good kit. When I opened it up, there's a whole lot of parts. Like I said, 184. So some of those won't be used because you got right and left hand drive, but we're going to see if we can get it done in a 24-hour period. That's right, much to get done, but done it before, so we'll see. So let's take a quick look at some of the parts real quick. First two trees here, of course, we got some seats. This is going to be some of the dashes. You got your left hand and right hand drive. Like I said, this right here looks to be like a rear panel on the outside of the Land Rover. Some of this, let's see, this would be some more seats. This appears to be inside seats. Of course, you got your regular seats, your front seat. But anyway, some of that. And then, of course, the gear shift. Looks like some handles right here. Probably be exterior or some interior seats. Let's see, right here, looks to be some engine components. Let's see, of course, this looks like radiator shroud, the front of the engine, belts, pulleys, oil pan, air inlet, and then, like I said, you got some small engine parts here. Here's a distributor. So there's some engine parts on those two trees. And let's see here. This looks to be the inner floor pan and so forth. This looks to be like another panel. It's going to be on the outside of the vehicle. Probably, let's see here. I don't think this would be the underpan. There's probably another piece we'll look at here in a minute. Oh yeah, the frame's over here. Okay, so that's those. And let's see here. This is going to be the interior side pieces that'll form probably to this floor pan right here. And like I said, this will be the door panel, and then the rear panels back in the back of the vehicle. This will be a separating panel inside. I don't think it's a firewall. It could be, but I'll know more when I look at the instructions. Like I said, this type vehicle is something out of the norm of something I would build. So some of this stuff I don't really recognize like I would if I was doing something I normally build. Let's see here. Of course, here's going to be the front windshield and the front part of the cab. Here's will be the firewall. I can recognize that now right there. Of course, the hood. This would be one of the pieces in, I'm assuming, under the hood somewhere, probably going to the firewall. Again, some of this stuff just can't recognize. Let's see here. Again, we've got some, looks like suspension parts right here. There's probably going to be a lot of suspension parts on this vehicle. Looks like some bracing. This looks to be like maybe the rear bumper or front bumper one. Again, most of this tree right here appears to be bracing of some kind. Of course, right here we have the engine, two halves, exhaust manifold, and then some smaller engine parts. This looks to be overflow tank right here. This looks to be like the actual intake on top. And let's see here. Here looks to be, I'm thinking this right here be the hood hinges. And again, we got some more bracing, probably underneath. Here's a couple panels. I'm not sure where they will go, probably somewhere underneath. And let's see here. Here we got 4 mirrors. Probably got different options on that. I'm not sure. Let's see. And this is the front grille. I know that because I'm looking at the box art right here. So this will be the front grille on the vehicle. And here's actually 2 more mirrors. So we got 6 mirrors. So when we look at the instruction sheet, we'll take a look and see what the difference is in them. Because I'm not really seeing a whole lot of difference. Except, well, the way they're mounted. Yeah, they're different bracing. So I would assume it's going to be different ways. Here we got some more bracing. This looks to be maybe some of the top. Because I know it's got a luggage track on top. I'm thinking this will be part of the luggage track. This will probably be part of both sides of this will be the luggage rack. So that goes there. And then, of course, here we've got the roof of the vehicle, the battery. Here's some of the wheels. This looks to be probably some of the spare wheels. Over here's the inside and the outer part of the wheels. Here's the fan for the engine. And let's see, this will probably be the part of the inner wheel too that mounts to the vehicle, the suspension. So there's all of that. And let's see here. We'll take a look over here on this tree. And of course we got the frame where I was talking about. And like I said, the underbody or the inner body where I was talking about, I guess, like I said, that's going to make your underbody. So this will be, where I was showing you a little while ago, will be the underbody. It's going to be a whole lot of sanding right here to cover all this reveal and stuff like that underneath here, copyrights and all that. Drives me crazy when you got to sand all that stuff off, but we'll do it. And here we got some more seats where on this tree. Here it looks like there's some shocks. Here's some more air inlets for up on the engine. Some more in engine components right here. And let's see here. Here's the windshield wipers. Here's another lead, probably something to do with the four-wheel drive or something on the interior. Here, of course, we got the pedals, and this right here looks to be like the brake booster right here. Goes on the firewall. And so anyway, that's on that tree. Then on this last tree right here is, as you can see, just about all suspension stuff. There is a steering wheel for the interior, but all the rear ends, the axles, the front springs, rear springs. Here's probably the four-wheel drive unit up on transfer case and all that. So a lot of panels, a lot of suspension, rear ends. Drive shafts. So I got two different drive shafts. Excuse me. So a lot of suspension parts on this vehicle, which I would assume it would be on a Land Rover. Here's the glass. Again, I'm not going to take the glass out of the vehicle. I mean, out of the bag. Just don't like taking glass out till I have to. It takes a chance on getting it scratched up or small wire or something falling off, which is not uncommon in these things. So anyway, it's actually two different trees of glass. It's actually more glass than what I thought would have been in the vehicle, but I guess with all the side glass and rear glass and all that, it's right much glass. The tires, I took one out. Like I said, it comes with 5, because you've got the spare that's mounted to the top. They're nice tires, got good tread pattern on them. They're nice and soft. Like I said, what you would expect for a Reveal kit, just a good tire. Like I say, not too much of an aggressive tread on it, just sort of a decent tread. And here's the body. I was actually figuring the body would have a little, maybe some more pieces to it, but it's actually all molded. And I'm not sure, over here on one of these other trees, we actually had a top, I thought, but it appears the top is already on this thing. So we'll take a look at it here in a minute and see. But anyway, looks to be a good body. Doesn't look like no flashing at all. And maybe just a little bit of cleanup on some of the typical Reveal areas. Across the fenders, down on the front. Back here on the back looks pretty clean. There's some right here on the sides of the rear. Probably need to soften them up a little bit with some sandpaper. But nah, actually inside, I mean, everything looks good on the body. So that's going to be a plus. And then the decals, where I stuck them, I covered them up somewhere, guys. Sorry. Where did I lay them? I had them right here. Well, sorry about this, guys. They disappeared on me. I am sorry, guys. I'm sitting here. Oh, here they are. I'm looking right at them. Alright, so the decals mainly are going to be a lot of license tags for different, I would assume, different countries, different parts of the world, wherever these things would run. You do have, of course, your gauges, some of your interior decals for interior stuff. I'm assuming a lot of this will probably go on the engine, on engine components. Possibly, well, I'm sure there'll be some outside emblems and so forth. But majority of this on here is just going to be for, like I said, your license tags and markings for different countries. I noticed the decals are printed in Italy, so that's probably a good thing. And let's see here. Let's take a quick look at the instruction sheet. Let's see here. Typical Revell of Germany type kit. In collar. Let's see if I can scroll out just a little bit, maybe. There we go. And of course, it gives the collar call outs for all your different paints, different color paints, and so forth. Let's see here. Shows your parts like Revell does on some of it. The parts not used or blacked out, just like they normally do. Looks like most everything in this kit's going to be used. I know there's another piece. There's probably a couple pieces out of this whole kit that's not used, or depending on your option of, obviously you're not going to use right hand and left hand drive. But anyway, typical Revell. We're going to start with, let's see, let me scroll back in a little bit here. Start with the engine. That goes up through step 6, actually 7. Then we start, do a little bit of suspension build, and then we start on the underpan, and we have to drill some holes. I'm assuming, depending on your options, because it tells you to look ahead to steps 32 or 38 to figure out which option you're going to use. I'm assuming that's going to be right hand, the right hand drive. Let's flip up here real quick. 32 and 38. Yeah, 38. Okay, 32 is seats, and 38 are seats. So you got to figure out which one of these options you're going to use. Then you come back here and drill for the holes for whichever ones. Here on step 11, we're going to start putting an inner panel up against the seat. Put the front panel, interior panel, along with painting different your floorboard plus your fenders, be body color. Then we go back into starting on the suspension, exhaust, and let's see here. Come up, more suspension, drop the engine down, drop the drive shafts in. Then we go to the radiators and the radiator hoses. We're going to drop the inner body down on the frame, start getting it all fixed up. Then we start, here's another hose that comes off the firewall. It's on both sides. Then we start putting some of the interior pieces in, your gear shifts, some of your stuff for that, for your four-wheel drive, so forth. Then we're going to start on seats again, and here we've got question marks. So again, you got to figure which options you're going to use. Going to put in the braces on the back of the seats, another brace on the back of this seat, and let's see here, a lot of question marks, so it means it's going to be a lot of questioning. We got to decide which versions you're going to do. Excuse me. A lot of bracing. I'm saying, like I said, you got to do the under the seat bracing. And come over here like on step 36, you would only do this for the German version, where it says right here. So again, a lot of this stuff you're going to have to look ahead and think which way you want to build to do this. And again, dropping the seats down on the floor bracing. Finally get the seats in. Then we put the side seats, sort of like the bench seats on the rear fenders on the inner part. Then it looks like we're going to start working on the bumpers, putting on the license tag holders and fixing the bumpers up. We go back to the interior, working on the inner panels, the door panels. Like I said, the door panels are going to be one color. The rest of the panels will be the color of the vehicle. And more handles. This thing is loaded with handles and braces. Oh my goodness. Here you drop the two inner panel, side panels in. Plus we've got the rear panel for what would be the back of the vehicle. Then we should come up and start working on the dashes, looks like. And let's see here. because it's got right here left-hand drive right here. So right here would be like US version, and still on left-hand drive. Right here is left-hand. Then we would flip and start doing right-hand drive if you want to do the right-hand drive. So depends on which version you're building is where you start there, or you start 51. Then we come up, start another inner panel. This is the under part of the dash actually. Put the steering column in, the steering wheel, and let's see, that's on the right hand drive. Then we go back to the left hand drive, putting in some more stuff. This looks like on the front or underneath the dash and so forth, different panel, gear options and so forth. I'll get it straight here in a minute, guys. Then we come up here and we have to skip ahead to 82 and 83 and 84 to see which versions we're going to do back here. Let's see here. What is 82? Okay, so we would have to drill under the body depending on which which mirrors. That's why we got so many mirrors. There's different options on that. There's version 1, version 2. And then depending on whether you did right hand drive or left hand drive is where you drill for some of these things. So anyway, again, you just have to pay attention because you have to look ahead to know which pre-hole drills we need to do down here. And we come over here, then we start on some of the outside stuff. Again, look ahead to 76 and 77 for different options. Start dropping in the headlights, the dash panel unit. Then we're going to start dropping in our glass into the front part of the cab. Windshield wipers. Again, here's the headlight glass that would go into what we put in up here in the earlier assembly. And of course here we're going to drop in the windshield and the front panel. Then we start putting the side glass in. Looks like this will all mount from the outside. Let's see here. Yeah, they've got some ridges, small ridge all the way around, so it's not going to take a whole lot of glue for that, because there's not a whole lot of ridge there. But we'll pop a glass in and pop the glass in the back. And let's see here. Then here's this roof panel I was talking about that I'm not sure. Like I said, we'll see here in just a second, but it fits on here, and more glass goes on here. And see, of course, mount the spare tire to the top. And then the body's going to drop down on the chassis and the interior tub. And so I guess that roof panel I was looking at does go over top of the unit where right here, because this looks like the roof right here, but apparently it fits over top of it. And then like I said, we put the luggage rack, and right here we're dropping more glass on the front, and got the rear like marker lights, stop lights, turn signals. Excuse me. Then over here, coming down towards the end here, we're getting close. Start putting on back braces and brackets and so forth, handles on the back side of the vehicle. Again, license tag brackets. Like I said, just about all these assemblies have question marks on options which way to do it. Because like here you've got the question mark. So you've got two different ways you can do these lights back here. Now I guess we got to do the actual wheels and tires for the vehicle. Here you can see we got the tire, we got the inner wheel, we got the section that fits through the inner wheel. This is actually what will mount to the chassis on the axles. We got the outer wheel going through the tire. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we got to just cut out the center section. Revell's good for that. Then when, like I say, we're really coming down to the end. We got the battery. We got some stuff that goes on the firewall, little small boxes. Again, here's the air cleaner coming off the engine. Going to mount the wheels down here in step 81. Drop the hood on. And over here, 82, 83, we just got some antennas and mirrors, just the outside accessories and so forth. Like I said, you got a couple tall antennas. We've got the ones off to the side. Again, that's why we've got so many mirror options. And let's see here, the last step, 84, is some stuff under the hood, a couple little probably horns, I would assume. And this is the hood support. So when you got the hood up, it actually they've actually got it. That's, you don't see that too often on kits to actually have a hood support, but maybe the actual vehicle's got one. Then we got some stuff on the side of the vehicle where we put, I don't know if it's mirrors. It is an optional stuff on both of these, so you know. Then of course at the tail end down here, we've got where it shows the different markings where they go on different vehicle on the versions, and the decals, where the decals go, so forth. And again, color combinations on some of the color combinations. My vehicle I'm planning on doing is actually going to be similar to this color right here. I don't think it's that bright of a looking vehicle. I usually like to paint my stuff sort of bright looking where it stands out, but I don't know, this sort of greenish turquoise color with a white, and the white I'm going to use is not a true bright white like you would see on a regular vehicle. It's going to be actually what the Tamiya Racing White is what I'm planning on right now, unless I change my mind. It's sort of a washed out white. I don't want it to be real bright, so that's my intention right now on this vehicle when I do it in a couple weeks. So anyway, I'll have a video. Hope to do some updates as I'm doing the build. I may just put it all together in one video after my 24-hour build to show you, instead of doing it all during the weekend. But I will be posting pictures on the 24-hour Facebook page. And like I said, I'll put a link up to the in the description of the 24-hour build if anybody's interested in seeing about it. So anyway, with that, I appreciate all the subs, the thumbs up, the thank yous, the likes. And again, I'll be looking for you at the shows this year. If anybody's down to Hope It Don't Snow show, as long as we make it down, I look forward to seeing everybody down there. So with that, let's get building.